God, please, no! 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 No!
Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the French Tier 8 Premium Medium tank, the Bourrasque. It's a tank that I really like. It's a lot of fun. I know a lot of people do enjoy it. It's not the best tank statistically, but it's just a hell of a lot of fun because you go zoom zoom and you double tap people. Now, to go with the fact that it's quick and that double tap is pretty amazing, it's got not that great track traverse, which means it turns like a slug a little bit, and the gun is derpy, although it's as derpy as you can be in 6.0. This tank would be a hell of a lot worse and a hell of a lot less enjoyable if we were pre 6.0. But post 6.0, obviously with the crew skills and stuff like that, we basically can make this tank fairly accurate. As well as that, obviously with the gun handling being like 0.42 with, I think it's 3.2 aim time. We can't tell in the garage, but I think it's 3.2 aim time. That just makes the gun feel a little bit horrible at times. And add to that, it's only got like 1,000 meters a second shell velocity. Yeah, that gun can feel quite bad over distance, especially when you've got to fire at tanks that have got armour. But when you're firing at stuff like that SU-130PM and Panteras, it's not too bad because they're just easy pens. Now you see in here the benefit of having a camo net, because if I was in a lot of other tanks, they would be spotting me right now. But that camo net with camouflage expertise and muffled shot just means that I'm not getting spotted. I can literally just sit here and fire. The change to the camo net in the fact that you don't have to wait for it to activate now is also a big bonus to tanks like the Bourrasque. Obviously beforehand I wouldn't have taken a camo net on this tank because I'd have had to sit around and wait for it to activate. Well, yeah, now with it not having to activate, I don't have to. So you see there, I chose not to shoot at the defender. That's because the defender is, well, it's well armoured, isn't it? Like, I probably wouldn't have penned it. So I just decided, you know what, rather than waste the shell, waste the reload, I'm just going to fire at the Jagdpanther 2. And unfortunately we ended up only tracking, or say tracking, we only did track damage to the Jagdpanther 2. But you see, we're spotting these guys from this position. We're up to 2k assistance. We've only done 938 damage at the minute, but we're doing a good job of spotting these guys from here. We've got people shooting at them. And now this defender's driving outside where he's on. It's like, thank you very much, sir. And we finish him off. Now we're spotted. Obviously, we pop the food in, get the reload quicker, and we run away. And that's one thing as well. Now, with the food being a booster, you can actually boost your view range more when you activate the food. So there's also something you can do when you're in a tank like this, or a light tank or something like that. If you're going to make a spotting run, it's best to activate the food. And you might be thinking, well, I want to improve my DPM as much as possible and my gun handling when I'm firing, so I might just want to leave the food until I'm actually firing at something. No, if you're in something that's on a spotting run, activate the food because your view range will increase again. I don't know how much, by the way, it's by 15, not directly by 15%, so I'm not sure how much the actual increases, because obviously it's a 15% increase to commander skill, so it'd be like an increase to the situational awareness by 15% or something like that. I'm not quite sure how they work it out. It's like Vents is a 5% increase to crew skills or commander crew skill, but it doesn't like straight up buff like view range by 5%. So yeah, but yeah, when you that is my advice anyway, to get past the convoluted nature of that. When you're on a spotting run, press food, get view range better. Now you see there, we tried to snap a shot at the guys we came round, we ended up missing him. We put a shot into the SU-130PM, and that left him on so little health that we could literally give him a little love tap in the back, and that finished him off. Now we're reloaded again, we're ready to go, we're looking at what our next target is. There's the two guys in the middle, I'm thinking about them. There's guys back there which I could possibly shoot. And I could actually go for these guys, which makes them more appealing to go for than the guys that are clearly coming towards my two TDs and I'd be rushing into head first. So what I'm thinking of doing is possibly going round up onto this Pantera and dropping my two shots into him and then like speeding past these rocks and coming out the other side. Because that's something you can do. Obviously, this tank doesn't do very well at shooting on the move, but if you get close enough to a tank, you're not going to miss. So like here, we're speeding past the Pantera. Unfortunately, that's a little bit too close for comfort. We end up hitting him, and I'm thinking, oh, goodness me, I'm dead here. This is the end of me. Thankfully enough, the Pantera ends up missing, and we're just trying to weave so that we don't die. This Pantera is mad that we dropped the 2 shots in. He wants us. He's keeping going. Conway, please. Conway, there's a tank behind you. Conway! It's fine. I'll shut him down. We got there. The Pantera stopped looking at us, which is lucky enough. And he's gone. So now it's still fairly evenly matched at the minute. It's 7-6. They've still got 5 heavy tanks and a TD. We've still got like 2 heavies, 2 mediums, a TD and a medium. They've just shut down another guy, which means, yeah, we're on equal terms at the minute. This game could go either way, so I need to get to a position to change it. We see that AT-15 moving over there. We've got the 777. I want to shut down this AT-15, but again, this is one of those tanks that might be a little bit awkward to hit, so we've really got to aim the shot, and unfortunately we miss. But he turns and unangles his armour, therefore we can pen him in the side. Because we've got the premium in. I switched to the premium because I've only got like 2 rounds of APCR left. And knowing me, I'll get a situation like I had on that AT-15. I'll fire one, kill the AT-15, and then I'll automatically click reload. Because it's something I do. If I haven't got the opportunity to fire at anyone and I'm in an autoloader, and I don't think I'll have the opportunity to fire again until I'm basically reloaded. So if I think I've got enough time to reload before engaging another target, I'll just press reload. And if I've only got 2 rounds left, I'll end up pressing reload with 1 round left, and I'll spend the whole time reloading 1 shell. And what was the point? Or I won't reload because it doesn't let you do it, but you get the point. I won't notice. So we ended up finishing that AT-15 because we had the 240 odd pen. We've now got the pen in for this 777, which is a struggle with standard. We auto-aim the shot into the KV3. We're up to 3.5k damage. We've got 3.5k assist as well, or 3.7k assist, from basically running around spotting all the time. And it's something you can do. You can play that pseudo light tank. You can play that sort of scout that runs around spots, but you can deal the damage when you need to. The only issue is it takes quite a while to get the shots in, and it's not one that you can just YOLO about in, because you cannot YOLO in this tank because it's got poor track traverse and it's big, right? So it's very easy to hit, and it does get wrecked. So you see what happened with the Pantera. I did get wrecked, but fortunately enough for me, he was quite a bad shot. So we're coming over on this 777, auto-aim the shot into his side and finish him off. And that was a really nice game for the Bourrasque. And it's a tank that I really enjoy. It's really good. It's really so much fun. I'd say, if you can get the most out of its strengths, it's a very good tank. But the thing is, it takes a lot to get the most out of its strengths. So we end up with 6 kills, 3.666k damage, 3.7k assist, first class Top Gun, 2.1k base, as a testament to how hard it is to actually ace this tank, because the requirement is still ridiculous. I mean, most tanks are aces at like 1700, 1800 base, right? This is 2.1k, and it's still a first class. Yeah, it's ridiculously hard to ace at the minute. So this is the second game, and we're on El Halouf, and I'm thinking, what should I do? Should I just do what scouts generally do? Yeah, you know what, let's do it. Because I've only got 5 degrees of gun depression, or it might be 6, one of the two, it's not too much, but it doesn't matter that much on a chassis that's so small, because generally you're not like dead tall and having to struggle to get your gun down on most tanks, so you don't feel it as much. But yeah, I was thinking, you know what, let's do what scouts do. Let's go to the middle, use our good camo, and spot up their camping TDs. But most scouts, I wouldn't fire. In the Bourrasque, I'm going to take the opportunity to double tap someone like that Huntsman there. And we got a nice track into him as well, so I was kind of hoping that people might shoot him while he's tracked up on that ridge, because we have got a lot of people sitting on the ridge line that could shoot these people. So that's also the other thing, is there's no point in spotting for people on these ridge lines in front of me if you've got no one behind you to shoot. And we've got a decent amount, so I'm hoping that people will shut them down. The CDC gets spotted. Like I say, I mean, the camo net on this tank, this is why I run it, because you stay unspotted so much in so many situations that you would definitely be spotted if you didn't have it. Now obviously I could be sitting still here and therefore improving my camo, but I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to be moving and obviously drive into a rock, because that's what we do round here. If you don't know, we drive into rocks, we flip ourselves, all that good stuff. We get a nice shot into this side of the Draugen, second shot that flies into him while he got unspotted, so we'll take that. And then we spot that Waffle Panzer IV up there. We have got this cover in front of us, which is a bush, which is probably why we didn't get spotted by that Waffle Panzer IV when we shot at the Dragon, which is nice. And we've got guys pushed up to their ridgeline now. There's a medium there. They're pushed quite aggressively against our heavies. I think it's time. It's time to move in. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up here, and I'm thinking, what can I do? Do I drive up to where this medium is over here, or do I try and get up behind these heavies on this ridge? Because it's happened to me so many times where people have got round behind us sitting on the ridge unopposed and then drop like clips into us, and just changes what we can do there, because all of a sudden we're having to fight behind us and not what's in front. So I'm thinking, you know what, I'll get some shots into these guys. So we're going to surprise this guy on the left, because he's our target now, this M103. He's not expecting this, and it's like, hello, Mr. M103. Just let me double tap you, and now I'll run away. Bye. And that's what's so great about having this double tap autoloader. It's the same as the Stone Cold. Because if I had 3 or 4 shots there, I was sticking around for a lot longer. The M103 could have hurt me there, and I would have lost hit points. But not with the double tap, because I'd tap, I'm out, before they've realised what's happened. And I'm like coming back now. I'm like, do you think he's worked it out that I might come back, or do you think he's run off to go help attack this northern end? And the answer would be, he's disappeared. So I'm like, okay, let's get rid of this guy and get a shot into the roof of that Kiravetz 1 there, which is the Unskinned Scourge, if you didn't know. He's turning around. It's like, okay, no, bye, I'm out again. Because that's what you got to do. You got to harry and harass. That's just what you got to do. That M103 actually like ran all the way back. He decided to come back and try and get me, basically. He thought that I was going to run away this way. Yeah. We spot the piggy, snap a shot in. We don't finish him off. That's not good, because we need to kill the piggy. Piggies always need to die. But I think about reloading, but actually that M103 is driven out sideways on. I think he's trying to get a shot at these guys over here. Now I'm looking at looking at that. I possibly could have held the shot there and gone for the M103 rather than trying to snap the shot at the 777. But then again, the M103 had pulled back by that point, so maybe I was thinking he's pulled back, I'm not going to get a shot. So we're nearly reloaded. I'm really hoping this Kiravetz stays here, because this is perfect shot territory for me. Get a shot into his back end. He's turned perfectly so we can get another shot in, and we're out again. And again, look at this. This is why I say maximise the camo on this tank. And if you look at my tank review, you'll see what I run on this tank. Because I run most of the gun perks, but I also run the camo skills. Because running that camouflage expertise and running the muffled shot as well as a camo net is just really good. It means you do actually get a little bit extra at times, a little bit longer to get shots aimed in. So it's a little bit nicer to have the camo net than the GLD, because obviously the GLD improves your aim time by 12%, and it's actually a flat 12% now. It doesn't improve your aim time when you're stationary, it just improves the aim time flat out 12%, which is one of the changes of Crew 6.0 and Equipment 6.0. Which means it's actually quite a viable piece of equipment now for some tanks. But, well, I mean, you could run it on the Bourrasque. If you really, really don't like the tank's gun, you can run it on the Bourrasque. But the camo net for me has that same little bit of effect. It means you can not get spotted and stay situated in a position, and actually just take that little bit longer that you need to actually aim. Because there's a lot of situations that you've seen in this game as well, where we were sat on top of that hill at FG8, 9, and we would have been spotted if we hadn't got that camo net, because that camo net improved our camo by like 20%. Or I think it's something a little bit more than that, isn't it? Or is it less? I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But it increased our camo by a lot. And that meant that we can just sit there and we can generally move into position quite easily and just stay covered. So this waffle comes up and it's like, okay, that guy's there, that's not good. We lose the elevation there, which is a bit irritating. We end up bouncing off his gun, which is unfortunate. And we're already having a good game at the minute. We're up to 1,600, 1,700 assistance. We've got 4.1k damage. And then that TD on the right, there's another waffle. And that guy surprises me. It's like, okay, no. I don't want that coming round on the side when I go to attack the other waffle. But he actually pulls back, which surprises me a little bit. He's going around the other side of this rock. And this T-32A, I think is I feel like it could be looking towards our tanks coming towards them, which he is. So I actually get the surprise on this guy. Double tap. I might take a hit. I actually don't, but I finish off the T-32A. We're going to wait for the reload, and I want to try and get rid of this Waffle Panzer IV. So I'm going to make it look like I'm waiting, basically, to come around that way. Now we're unspotted. We pop the food to get that little bit of a boost into our reload and make us a little bit more accurate. And we're going to drop round on this Waffle. He's actually surprised me here because he's looking the other way. Fortunately enough for me, he tries to auto-aim his shot in on the Bourrasque in myself. And he misses. So we get out of that with only a little love tap. And it's great. He gets shut down by our friendly heavy because this was before they fixed the kill feed, so I don't know what it was that killed him. I think it was a Tiger 1. And there's only one tank left. And it's a heavy tank. And we've managed to turn around a game that didn't look good at one stage. And we're handily winning. And now we're getting up behind this ST1, which is great because it's exactly what we want. We get one in, aim it up, get two, and finish him off. And we finished that game with 6k damage, 2k assist, and it's a lovely game for a very, very fun tank. It's just one of those tanks because it's nice to play because it's not like the Stone Cold, which is just outright OP, right? And very, very strong. It's just a tank that has good strengths, and if you can maximise the strengths, it can be a hell of a lot of fun. So we finished that game with 4 kills, 6.5k damage, ace tanker, high caliber. Flick over, there we go. 2.3k base, like I say, 4 kills. We've got, what's that like? 8k combined, just over. And it was a very nice game in a very enjoyable tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!